Does not end with definition. The does not end with operator checks if a string does not conclude with a specified substring. This operator is useful for validating input formats, categorizing data, and filtering lists based on suffixes. It is case-sensitive, meaning that the comparison considers the exact casing of the characters. Scenarios. Example 1. File type restriction. Scenario. In a file upload system, you want to ensure that users do not upload files that end with .exe to prevent executable files. The flow checks if the uploaded file name does not end with this suffix. Formula: if condition, file name does not end with .exe. Step-by-step explanation. Input data. Retrieve the name of the file uploaded by the user. Condition. Check. The flow checks if the file name does not end with .exe. Response. If the file name is document.pdf, the condition returns true. Allow the file to be uploaded. If the file name is malicious.exe, the condition returns false. Display an error message indicating that executable files are not allowed. Example 2. Email validation. Scenario. In a user registration system, you want to prevent users from entering email addresses that end with example.com because it's a domain reserved for internal use. The flow checks if the entered email does not end with this domain. Formula. If condition, user email, does not end with example.com. Step-by-step explanation. Input data. Retrieve the email address entered by the user during registration. Condition. Check. The flow checks if the email does not end with example.com. Response. If the email entered is user@gmail.com, the condition returns true. Allow the user to complete the registration process. If the email entered is user@example.com, the condition returns false. Display an error message indicating that email addresses ending with example.com are not permitted. Example 3. URL filtering scenario. In a content management system, you want to block links that end with .tmp to prevent temporary file links from being used. The flow checks if the provided URL does not end with this specific suffix. Formula. If condition, uploaded URL does not end with .tmp. Step-by-step explanation. Input data. Retrieve the URL entered by the user for the uploaded content. Condition check. The flow checks if the uploaded URL does not end with .tmp. Response. If the URL is http:/example.com/image.jpg, the condition returns true. Allow the content to be published. If the URL is http:/example.com/tempfile.tmp, the condition returns false. Display an error message indicating that URLs ending with .tmp are not allowed. Best practices for using does not end with be aware of case sensitivity. The does not end with operator is case sensitive. For example, JPG and .jpg would be treated as different strings. Ensure that you specify the suffix with the correct casing. Input validation. Check that the input string is not null or empty before applying this operator to avoid runtime errors. Implement additional checks to ensure valid input. Define clear suffixes. Ensure that the suffixes you are checking against are well defined. This helps users understand the acceptable formats for their inputs. Conduct thorough testing. Test the condition with a variety of inputs, including boundary cases, e.g., strings that end with the specified suffix, those that do not, and variations in case, to ensure the logic behaves as expected. Document logic and rationale. Clearly document the rationale for using the does not end with operator in your flows. This will assist future users, or yourself, in understanding the logic and its implementation. Conclusion. The does not end with operator is an important tool in Power Automate for implementing conditional logic based on string suffixes. By comprehending its functionality and applying best practices, you can create effective automation processes that dynamically respond to specific input criteria. The examples provided illustrate common scenarios where this operator can be effectively utilized, emphasizing its importance in various applications. If you would like to proceed with another operator or need further details, just let me know.